Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, man. I want to talk about the kick game. Shoes in general. And then just other random shit as far as the LeVar Ball situation go with him selling the shoes for $500. I know some of you guys listen to 7/8's video. If you agree with what 7/8 said, hey, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But at the same time, please don't come on here coming at me like I'm some kind of coon and shit, because you really pissing me off. I ain't never coon. Now, as far as me having videos where I show kicks that's made by Nike or whatever, well, it's my motherfucking money. And first of all, let's get something else straight. First of all, when Starberries was out, the Stephon Marbury Starberries, I bought like 30 pair of them shoes because they was $14.95 a piece. So don't say I didn't support a black-owned tennis shoe company. And keep in mind, when the Protojays was out, I bought those kicks and wore them. So get your facts straight before you come for me. Now, as far as Nike go, the thing I was making about the shoes, as I said before, I don't have a problem with him distributing the shoes. My problem is the price tag. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. If they was 70, 80 bucks, you know what I'm saying? Then hey, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Get what you can. But if you if the production cost is just like very low and you just trying to just capitalize off, you know what I'm saying, and take advantage of, a situation, then that's where I have a problem with you at. So don't come on here talking about I'm, ragging on him and I should be supporting him because he a black man. I ain't supporting you if you a black man. You trying to get over on your own people. And for the people that's coming at me like I'm some kind of coon, keep in mind, whatever money he make off them shoes, half of it is going into the pockets of LeVar Ball's white wife. Yeah, y'all forgot about that, right? You know what I'm saying? So don't ever try to insinuate I'm a coon. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm not the one, and I don't go for that shit. But anyway, let me talk about the sneaker game. Just like one of my subs said, the sneaker game is just like the dope game. It's really some real mafia shit. Now, don't get me wrong. You ain't gonna see people waking up in the morning with, horse heads in their bed and all that type of shit. Or, they turn on their car and their car explode. Hopefully it don't come to that. But I hope it ain't that serious. But, hey, shit, in this day and age, you never know. But the point that I'm trying to make is, companies like Nike and Adidas, those are the top dogs as far as shoes go. I say Nike is one, Adidas is number two, then maybe Under Armour, then Reebok, then, whoever else is out there. Whatever else, New Balance, all them type of companies. Now, okay. Let me tell you what happened with Stephon Marbury. Now, in case you guys don't know, Stephon Marbury had his line of shoes called the Starberries. So, they was at this store called Steve and Barry's. The first Steve and Barry's I heard about was in Newport Mall in Newark, California. Because I looked online to see where you could get them from, because everybody was talking about these $14 kicks. So I went and seen them. I looked on the website. I was like, all right, you got some nice kicks. So I went to Newport Mall and I bought like 3 or 4 pairs. I mean, shit, it was like, $15 with taxes and shit. I bought the all white ones that look like the imitation Air Force Ones. Then I bought the all white ones that look like the old school Magic Johnson Converse. So I was thinking to myself, wow, this is a good idea. And I was like, this dude go, do big things. And everybody was like, man, I'm hella happy. It was another brother up in there. And he was buying some kicks. And he was like, man, I'm proud of Stephon Marbury. And I was thinking to myself, how long is this going to last? And then this is when you know that the competition is keeping an eye on them. And don't you remember that shit LeBron James said that pissed everybody off when they said, hey, Stephon Marbury selling his shoes for $15. Y'all selling y'all shoes for like 150. He was like, well, you know, with me being with Nike, we hold our shoes to higher standards and all that type of shit. So it was, you know, it was just like, okay, you know, LeBron is known for in and out cooning. You know, 1 minute he coons, then 1 minute he tries to be, you know, get back in the good graces of black people. But hey, that's LeBron. I'm used to it. You know, I accept it for what it is, though. So, you know, but anyway, I was seeing people all over the Bay Area wearing those Starberries. Everywhere. I'm talking about the black kids was rocking them, the Mexican kids, the Asian kids was rocking them. And I thought to myself, this could pose a problem. And then, of course, Nike issued a statement, said, oh, no, we're not worried about, you know, we're not worried about Stephon Marbury's Starberries. Everybody has the right to buy whatever they want to buy. And, you know, we're not worried about our profit margin. We're doing just fine. So, AKA, that means, like, we're keeping an eye on him, and if it gets too out of hand, we're going to put a stop to it. So, Steve & Barry started popping up everywhere around the Bay Area. They ended up putting one in the mall in Mel Peters called the Great Mall. I think one was in San Francisco. Then one was at a couple of other places. And it was all but certain that Steve & Barry's was doing very well. I swear maybe 3 months later, a newspaper article turned up saying that Steve & Barry's was closing some of their stores. Oh yeah, they had a Steve & Barry's in Southland Mall. And when I would go in there, Steve & Barry's would be packed. Okay. So, all of a sudden, peep game, y'all. They said they would just close down some of their stores. And then by the end of the year, I think this was like 2006. Them motherfucking stores was gone. All of them closed down. To see what happened was Nike more than likely bought them out. You know, either they forcefully bought them out or they just bought them out. And then they made the owners sign an agreement saying they would probably not sign, starting any company similar to the one that they just sold. Because they do shit like that. Even though to me that's considered, having a monopoly, monopolizing the game. But that's what these companies do. They do shit like that. You know, that's sort of like what happened with Bob Johnson and BET. When he sold BET to Paramount / Viacom, he sold it for like 1 point something. I'm sure one of my subs, give me the exact amount, how much he sold, Bob Johnson sold BET for. 1 point something billion. But anyway, they made him probably sign a disclosure saying that he wouldn't start another business similar to what he just had sold. I don't know how they're allowed to do shit like that. But you can do it, apparently. So, as far as LeVar Ball go and his $500 sneakers, whether you think it's genius, whether you think his shit is overpriced, whether you think he trying to get over on the black community, he better get as much as he can before, the big guns come after him. Because I'm going to tell you right now, LeVar Ball do not have the muscle to fight Nike or Adidas. And they are going to come after him. Because keep in mind, he tried to get them to distribute that shoe. And they told him no. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something. You got to understand, what LeVar Ball is doing could open up the floodgate. Let's just say this shit is successful. And apparently he sold a mass amount of shoes overnight. Okay, good for him. Kudos to him. But like I said, you got to understand the competition do not like you interfering with their money. The shoe game is like the dope game. Eliminate the competition by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? So, he better get as much as he can, man. I'm telling you. the big guns are going to come after him one way or another. And I'm not hating on him. I'm not wishing bad shit to happen to him. But this is just fact. It's hard for black businesses to survive. You know, it's easier said than done. Because when you a black business owner, depending on what type of business you want to start, they put you through hell, you know, to start your business, depending on what type of business you want to explore. Because if it's like hair and shit, you have to go through those Asian distributors. And they gonna try to, when I say they gonna try to tax you, and they only do that to black people. They try to tax black people. Because they don't want black people cutting into their business. And that's been known. Go watch that movie with Chris Rock called Good Hair. I know people didn't take it seriously because Chris Rock is a comedian and shit, but the movie is insightful as hell. Go watch that movie. But I'm just telling you, that's how they get down, man, in the shoe game. The man need to get as much as he can before they come after him. They are going to do it. This is fact. But we'll wait to see how this happens, man. But yeah, man, that's what they did to Stephon Marbury, man. Now, if Nike was threatened, that's the point that I'm trying to make. If Nike was threatened by a dude that was selling kicks for fucking $15, imagine what they're thinking with a dude that came out of nowhere selling shoes for $500. And we could talk all of what Nike do and what it compared, because they Nike. They got the resources, they got the money. But anyway, man, y'all stay tuned, man. But I just wanted to give y'all a briefing on the tennis shoe game and that, how the shit works. So, LeVar Ball, he done made overnight a lot of enemies. We'll see how this turns out. I'm out.